Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to talk about the state of the Magic the Gathering market. I think it is time to talk about the market a bit. There are a lot of cool and interesting developments. There are many people talking about the market, and I want to give you my opinion as well, because I think it is always good to have different opinions to help you draw your own conclusions. I think it is a very turbulent time in the market at the moment. There is still a lot of uncertainty. Is it interesting to buy in older cards? Is it interesting to buy into certain sets? Is it interesting to buy into reserve list? We're gonna have a chat about it. It's gonna be a long video. We're gonna look at the cards. I'm gonna show you the cards. I'm gonna sleeve the cards. I'm gonna add them to the binder at the end of the video. But sit back, relax, and yeah, just listen and maybe watch if you want to. But if you just want to listen, then it's okay as well. We're starting out with Zombify, and we're hoping, yes, the camera is getting sharper. That's nice. We're hoping that the camera is getting sharper, but it already did. So, camera interrupted me mid-sentence. Beautiful cards here. I bought a couple of those recently, and I bought a couple more, and I can definitely use them to illustrate this video, to add visuals to this video. Yeah, that's the better way of saying. That's the better way of saying that. And I'm not gonna redo the whole intro just because I screwed up at the end. Let's dive into the conversation. I'm gonna thank my subs and my viewers and my Patreons as well before I really dive into the conversation. What did you think about the Zombify, by the way? They have been supporting me enormously recently, and I love that, so thanks for that. This one is actually a card I was looking forward to get, and all the other cards of the fireball, very nice. Look at the guy on the bridge being hit by the fireball, magicthegathering. Awesome art here. I think it pops in the big frame of the player reward card. I have been getting most of these cards for like 50 cents or a buck, and I know they are not worth a lot, but they are worth something to me. They are at least worth collecting, and this one I paid $4 per piece. So yeah, Fireball is a popular card. I was a bit more than I hoped for, but I was able to get a playset, and just look at it. Yeah, maybe we can get a thumbnail out of this one. Maybe people will get interested. But beautiful card. Excellent artwork by magicthegathering. And just the guy on the bridge, just looking up at the fireball and all the lanterns there, and it's enormous. Just look at the size of the fireball compared to the guy and compared to the bridge. What kind of mage would throw a fireball like that? It's probably draining his or her energy. It's yeah, it's just awesome. Folks, what do I want to talk about today? I've seen a lot of videos recently. Rudy, of course, was talking about the reserve list, and that there probably won't be any uptick soon. Flame Javelin here. Just enjoy it. Just look at it while listening to me talk. A beautiful card as well. The free tendies are not happening anymore, or you're not going to get free tendies, so you're not going to make a lot of money in a short time when it comes to Magic the Gathering cards. I think there's still some opportunity and stuff like Pokemon and so on, but yeah, not very deep into that. Let's stick to Magic the Gathering. I saw a video as well from Alpha Hoarder, and he is talking about the alpha market specifically. I think that was a very interesting video about supply on the market, about the fact that some of the whales might be out, about the fact that if you would like to liquidate your collection, that it might be very difficult actually, or you might have to drop the price for certain cards. He showed a couple of alpha rares. He had like, let's say 10% of the print run, of the remaining print run of Raging River on the table while talking about this. And I have 4 volcanic fallouts here on the table while talking about this. So yeah, nice difference. Just look at the people running away. Awesome. But there has been getting back to the topic, and again, sit back and relax. It's gonna be a long video and me just rambling on. And if you enjoy that, good. If not, then I'm sorry, I'm gonna do it anyways. The fact that there is a lot of inventory hitting the market was not going unnoticed over here as well. I really saw and noticed that certain cards I was looking at, which I can't buy at the moment, as you know, still working on the house. There needs to be a lot of stuff that needs to be, there needs to be a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff needs to be redone. So all my funds go into my home, and still I keep track, or at least I look at some of the cards that I really would like to get someday. And I know it sounds high end, but yeah, some of those cards are like a Chaos Orb in reasonable condition for my unlimited set, a Time Vault in reasonable condition for my unlimited set, very long term a Time Twister, which is the last Power 9 I am missing. I don't think I can manage to do that this year, but I'm looking at those cards, and I have been looking at the Chaos Orb specifically because it always has been a card that fascinated me. I played it back in the day. We put it in the big sleeve because the sleeves were considered part of the card then. So we did like these oversized sleeve, and everything the Chaos Orb hit with the sleeve was that as well, which was really cool. It has been dropping in price every week, every month for the last 3-4 months, basically since the 30th anniversary announcement. It was like $1,600-1,700 for a light plate one at a certain point, then it went down to $1,500, then it went down to like, let's say $1,350, and there are currently nice ones on the market for about $1,200. And you could say that is still very expensive for a Chaos Orb. Realize that I am talking about prices at official retailers, so like big stores. And normally those prices are higher than, for example, on Card Market or TCG Player. I prefer to buy from official vendors with a lot of history, and yeah, I am happy to pay a little more for that, but that's okay. But the price has dropped to $1,200, and I think it will drop even further. If you hear that sound in the background, sorry, there's still work going on here in the house, but that's okay. Same goes for Time Vault. It was like $1,200-1,300 at a certain point. And then it dropped back to like 1,000, and I saw a light plate one for 900 recently, and if I would have the funds, I probably would act on that one because I don't have a Time Vault yet, and I think it's a very, very cool card. Time Twister, just to give you an example, because we're always talking about, yeah, cards are getting cheaper, but I have been keeping track of these prices, and I saw Time Twisters, again, light plate. That is normally what I'm looking for. My unlimited set is not mint. I have mint cards in there, but I have like most of them are like good light plate, especially the high end ones. Only some of them are like very good. Time Twister, about six that was that was not appropriate at this moment. About $6,000 for a Time Twister, like mid of last year. Was like, wow, crazy, I still need to get it, I probably will never get it. Dropped to 5.5 after the 30th anniversary disaster, and now it's down to like 4.8, 4.9, still $5,000 for one card. Crazy. And then all these prices I'm telling you is unlimited, as you see on the screen as well, just unlimited cards. For me, that is a clear sign that the market is not in a good place, because inventory is hitting the market. Oh, Jesus, guys, please stop drilling. No giggities, no giggities. the inventory, a lot of inventory is hitting the market, and I'm still gonna continue with this video. I hope you're not too annoyed about the drilling in the background sometimes, because I honestly try my best to release a couple of videos a week, but it's crazy here in the house at the moment. But I'm not gonna give this one up, because we're fine on our way with this one. So I don't want to delete everything just because there is noise going on in the background sometimes. Double sleeving the cards here, so we can add them to the binder with the other player rewards cards. Now, a lot of inventory is hitting the market, and not only unlimited, but beta and alpha as well. And to me, alpha inventory is crazy. Especially, watch the most recent video of Alpha Hoarder. Mike has done a great summary. I think he's one of the smartest guys out there. I said it before, not to slime or to suck up. Slime is a European version of sucking up, I think, but not to suck up. It's very interesting. You shouldn't send people to other videos while you're doing a video of yourself. I heard a lot of people say, but I don't care. I mean, we're all watching that stuff, and I think it's good to educate yourself. There's a lot of alpha inventory hitting the market, and that hasn't been the case for years. That means there are a lot of high-end collectors that are liquidating their collections. Same goes for beta. Same goes for yeah. As you know, I've been looking for a beta. A lot of Atlantis, because I love a lot of Atlantis. It's one of my pet cards, and I have an alpha one. It's the only alpha rare I own. I have an unlimited one and a lot of others, and I want a beta one as well. I want to own one version of every lot of Atlantis there is one day. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but it's a nice fun thing to do and to collect. There have been like 3-4 on the market every time I looked, and that's only like the bigger stores, and that's crazy to me, because I've been looking for that card for years, and now at the moment I can buy it and then it's available. The dual lands as well, people are getting rid still of their revised duels. Unlimited is still holding okay when it comes to the duels, but also there the prices have dropped. I saw a lot of unlimited duels for 600, 700, 800 because I was still missing some, and I had been looking at like Tigers and whatever, and they are down to like 400, 500, and then that's again light plate condition and unlimited. All over the place prices have been going down. Yeah, this one I always fearing that if the sleeve is too tight, then maybe the sleeving of the inner sleeve or into the inner sleeve might damage the card, but I think it was already a bit damaged there, so I'm very careful normally. You have to decide if it's a good entry point or if prices will drop even lower. I think if you want to get certain cards, now is a good time to get them. I also think prices might drop even a little lower because consumer confidence is at a low. People are getting out of the hobby. I hear that around me a lot, unfortunately. I personally am not selling anything, never did. I did really back in the day, but never did since I really decided that I want to stay in the hobby, and I always wanted to stay in the hobby, but like in the early 2000s, I was very young. And I needed the money. Yes, honestly, was young, started to live on my own, needed the money, needed money for a new car, needed money to move, and so on. And I had to sell a couple of my cards that I normally wouldn't have sold. But since I am financially stable, I have not sold anything. Yeah, getting the air out of these double-sleeved cards is always fun. Look at the pile and how much air is trapped in the cards after double sleeving. I normally just take a heavy deck box and put it on there very gently and like push the air out a bit, and then you will see that the cards don't damage that way because it's all flat. You have to be careful that you place them exactly on top of each other, of course, and yeah, look at how thin the pile has gotten. Finishing those thoughts, folks. Is it okay? Is it okay? It's always okay. But is it a good moment to get into older cards? Is it a good moment to get like more high-end cards? I mean, like Moxes and so on. They are just available just under like 2.5, like sometimes even under 2.5 if the condition is not great. But you get a good Mox for about 3,000 bucks, and I know that's fucking a lot of money. It's a lot of fucking money, let's say it like this. Sometimes my word order is turned around, but still, if you want to get these cards, will they? I hadn't changed that. Sorry, I'm distracted by my own cards here. These are the Tron lands I picked up, 4 signed ones of all the different versions, and I had put them wrongly into this binder, or in the wrong order, and my OCD was acting up when I was watching the video, but I didn't have time to correct it. But let's do it now. I did it just now. Should you get those cards? Should you invest in Magic the Gathering? I think that's a more general and more basic question. Is it a bad thing that I don't have any money at the moment to buy any cards? Because I'm tempted, but I was tempted like end of last year as well when the prices dropped, and they dropped even further. So out of pure desperation and lack of funds, I am even in a better position that I didn't buy like yeah. Let's use the reasonable card. Let's use the Time Vault that I didn't buy it for like 1,400 bucks or whatever, and now it's down to 900. That's 500 bucks. I mean, that's a lot of money. Is it wise to stick with Magic the Gathering, knowing that the cards won't return any value soon, so the prices won't go up? I mean, we're all pretty clear. Everybody I'm talking to, every video I watch, if it's like Alpha Hoarder or Rudy, or even like Moxman, who is a little more positive than the rest, but every video I watch still shows me that there is no short-term opportunity. And that's okay if you're like me and you're into the hobby very deep and you just want to enjoy those cards. I can really be happy with player rewards like this, but I also can be happy with a Time Vault, because I've been admiring that card for 30 years almost, and I never owned it. How should you approach this? I think it's a very personal thing. It's a very personal question. Just do what you normally would do and focus on the cards that are, and that's my personal approach, and maybe that advice helps you. Focus on the cards that are valuable to you emotionally as well. If you're not into it, if you're not into the cards, if you don't have any connection with the cards, if you just want to make money, and I don't advise you to buy anything at the moment. If you always wanted to have a Mox, if you always wanted to have a Library of Alexandria, if you always wanted to have, I don't know, a Bazaar of Baghdad, or a Mishra's Workshop, if you buy one now for like $2,000, and you are fine, that just looks gorgeous. You are fine that these $2,000 might drop to 1,500, but eventually over 5 to 10 years might even go back up again to like 2.5, $3,000. I don't know. There will be price adjustments, definitely, especially looking at the more expensive boxes that come out from Wizards of the Coast every other month now. Yeah, it's crazy that some boxes are 500 bucks, and for a case of those boxes you get a Mox. To me, the choice is very clear, and I think to others as well. But yeah, still people are getting out of the hobby. But if you are into it deep and you want to stay deep into the hobby, I'm thinking, I'm talking while I'm thinking, and that's never a good thing. But you get what I mean. If you want to stay in the hobby for a long time, then it might be a good thing to get some of the cards you want, but realize that it won't. The market won't go back to where it was shortly. So yeah, as long as you're okay with that, I think you're good. Folks, 20 minutes, 20 fucking minutes, Jesus Christ. Okay, let me know if you enjoyed the video in the comments. The hardcore people that are still here, the code word, as always, is Yoda. If you watched the whole video, just leave Yoda in the comments. Have a great day. Let me know what you think about the market. Let me know what you think about the cards and the people that are getting out of the hobby and the collections that are hitting the market. I'm very curious. Sorry for the thinking video. I think that's okay sometimes as well. I said in the beginning that it's going to be a rambling video, and it is. Stay healthy, stay frosty. I talk to you next time. Thanks a lot, folks. Bye bye.